Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and this is the Micromaster Transport known as Overload, and he may be the most important Micromaster of all of them. Stick around because we're going to cover this guy and why he's so important in the latest GotBot True review. I am so happy that you guys are back here today. I am your host, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share, and of course subscribe. It helps me out so very much. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, Transformers, Collectors, NL, and me everywhere. And this is Overload. And he homages so much, both in this vehicle mode, in his color scheme, in his functionality. And honestly, because he homages so many great things from the history of the franchise and important characters, he may very well be the most important of the Micromasters. And maybe that gives him a little bit of an advantage. Anyway, let me explain what I mean when we head over to the table and take a closer look at this guy. And here we have the other Autobot Micromaster Transport. This is Overload, and he may well be the greatest of all the Autobots. I said that already, and I'm going to explain why. Because he homages, as I said, perhaps two of the greatest, if not the greatest, Autobots that there have ever been. And he even homages, potentially, depending on how you look at it, some of the history of the franchise pre-Transformers. Now, what do I mean by all that? Well, in truck mode here, it's undeniable that he's a truck. It's undeniable that he has a gray back here. And it's even undeniable that molded in we have detail like Optimus Prime himself. So a bit of an homage right there to Optimus. Of course, the trailer sort of looks like a kind of a car carrier type of thing. And indeed, evidently, two Micromasters can be held on top, and the flap here can come down, and two more can be stored inside, a la Ultra Magnus. So right now, before we've even done anything, just looking at the truck, there is an unmistakable homage to Optimus Prime and an unmistakable homage to Ultra Magnus. I think that's really cool. Again, just like with Erector, the other Autobot Transport, this guy is held together as one piece, or you can remove the cab. And when you remove the cab, we have a little peg here, and it goes into a little hole underneath here. Now I'm going to take the trailer out of it for now. We'll focus on our little truck guy, who is still even more of an homage to the franchise and its fabulous history. Now, how exactly is this little guy an homage to anything? Well, the coloration of him, first of all, is very reminiscent, if we go back in time, to the Diaclone, what was it, Powered Convoy, is that what it was called? And that would later on become recolored and redecoed to become Ultra Magnus, as many of us know by now. So the colors kind of harken back to Diaclone. When we do the conversion, which is super duper simple for this guy, we straighten down the legs and we straighten up his feet. His legs and his feet are all one piece, unfortunately. But we do that, we pick up his head, we bring his little arms out, and we stand him up. And I think there is more than a passing resemblance here to Optimus Prime, with the truck being, you know, his chest and his tummy. Although, admittedly, perhaps a little bit bulbous of a chest and tummy. You know, maybe kind of more of a homage to Energon Optimus, you know, with his kind of tubby form, you know. Just saying, maybe Overload could hit the gym. Maybe. Just throwing it out there. Exercise is good for us all. There's even a little bit of an homage here, potentially, to Huffer because of the arms being the whole smokestacks thing. The head on this one likes to fall down. This, of course, isn't mine. It belongs to a friend of the channel, Wayne. And as with all these little guys, I appreciate him letting me take a look at it. Again, the articulation is not anything to get excited about. The arms can go around. The legs, you know, I guess he can sit down like this, but he has no knees. The toes, I guess, can kind of flip down. I don't know why you would want that. I don't know why you would want that, but it can do it, I guess. That being said, let's take this guy off to the side for now. I don't think he's the star of the show. The star of the show is actually our little trailer bad boy here. Now, again, to be fair, I kind of have things back a bit here to make sure we have the room to kind of show this when he flips out. So we begin, and these are real tight. We begin by taking this little gray section on the front out a little bit so that we can kind of untab it, because these two pieces tab into that. And then we can flip down a side and flip down a side. We can flip this piece up and flip this piece out. And we have a little flyer thing. There is a peg hole in the center of that, and you can kind of sit this dude down and put the peg hole that was used for the truck mode into the slot there. He'll be sat down inside like you can, I guess, if you want. You could always just... I mean, I guess you could always just stand him up, but there is an option to sit him down. Quick little conversion. It's a little, I guess, plain flyer thing. Oh, and I'm not even done the conversion. What am I talking about? I forgot to flip this piece out. Now I'm done the conversion. And we can take our little guy here, sit him down inside, bring that back up over, and now he can pilot his little flyer into make-believe battles, I guess, with other Micromasters. Now, admittedly, the wings on this might not make it the most aerodynamic of airplanes, but I think we know it's a flying vehicle, and because it's from space, it's alright. It doesn't need to be aerodynamic. It will just fly on, space magic, I don't know, whatever it is that makes these things fly. Nevertheless, it's cool that he has his own little kind of, battle vehicle that he can use to defend himself. I think it's great. We have two Autobot transports, this guy and Erector. And here they both are. Again, I said it for Erector, I'm going to say it for this guy. I'd love to see them incorporated as part of my Ultimate Autobot base. The last time I showed it was when I looked at Ultimate Garden episode 409. And to actually see the base, because that was a long review, kind of go forward to timestamp 133 and you would see the entire Ultimate Autobot base then. I'd like to see these guys incorporated, and by the end of looking at all of the Micromaster stuff I have to look at, we might just see that. Who knows? We might just see that. That being said, I feel like these little transports are the epitome of Mask meets Transformers. And you know what? I'm okay with it because I really, really enjoy both franchises. So in terms of this Autobot lad, exactly what do I think? Well, the coloration, 10, I guess, especially since it harkens back to Diaclone. Why not? It's a nice homage. The conversion is super simple again. This play mode is a little Granted, I missed one part there quickly by not taking out his nose cone, but that was just me being sloppy and maybe a little careless. I'll say 10 for that as well. The articulation, really lackluster. But again, just like I said with the Rector, I don't think this guy needs a lot of articulation, because the star here is not him going into battle himself. It's him piloting his vehicle, which I'm cool with. He can sit down, I guess, so that's all right. He has no knees to talk about, though he does, I guess, have ankle articulation. The arms, they work as well as any of the other arms. I don't know, 5, 6, I guess. Still, for the fun factor here, it's a 7 or an 8, man. Like, maybe even a 9. Like, it's just fun to take these little vehicles and, like, you could convert it super quickly and then he flies off into action. Like, it's fun. It's just good old-fashioned fun. And here we are, and here he is again, and wow. We have Diaclone colors, really, as a throwback to Powered Convoy. which would eventually get colored into, I believe, Ultra Magnus. Then we have even the molded in version of that classic Optimus Prime trailer stripe. Then it's a car carrier. Again, a throwback to Magnus. It turns into a mostly red plane, a red and gray plane, and though I didn't say it, that's really sort of a throwback to Broadside. Like, there's so much that this guy homages that even though he is imperfect and perhaps somewhat simplistic, the kind of, you know, nods that he gives to so many important characters in the history of the franchise, I think makes this guy not only important, but definitely one, if not the only, Micromaster that's definitely worth having, and I'd love to see him revisited. I'd like to see this guy incorporated with my Ultimate Autobot base, and who knows, maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't, don't hold me to it, but we'll see as time goes on. Anyway, let me know what you think about this guy. Am I gushing over him too much? Maybe. You know, I'd love to hear from you guys. Thanks again for giving me some of your very valuable time. I know how important it is to you, and I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit right here inside the videos.